I know that I can get right back into my regular routine. What is up, Sara Squad? Welcome back to my channel, Lose Weight Sara, where I'm on a mission to lose 100 pounds my way. I wanted to keep today's video super short, just a couple minutes talking about a few things. And what better way to force yourself to be brief than to sit outside when it's 101 degrees out. Oklahoma is currently in like a real nasty heat wave. I think our highest temperature for this week is going to be 110 on Tuesday. I am not looking forward to that. I am keeping myself cool though with a nice iced coffee. I just was invited to try Ovary coffee concentrate, which I'm really excited about because I am a big fan of iced coffee and it can be expensive to go get. In fact, the coffee that I really like from Dutch Brothers is like $8. So this is much more affordable. It's gonna last a long time and it was easy enough to just whip up. You could see I've got a 2 teaspoons of the coffee concentrate and then some sugar-free French vanilla creamer, ice cubes, water, good to go, delicious. So thank you to Javi for reaching out to invite me to try this. I really encourage you guys to check it out too, especially if you are a big iced coffee person. And I have to tell you, the flavor is just chef's kiss. And I could actually see a lot of uses for this, maybe in baking, like if you want to do like coffee flavored brownies. Oh my god, that actually sounds really good. I'm giving myself all kinds of crazy ideas here. Yeah, so check it out. I have a code for you to use if you want. Look in the description box below and check that out. And thank you to them again for inviting me to try this. I'm also gonna post some coffee recipes that me and my daughter came up with on my Instagram and my TikTok account. So if you're not following me there, go ahead and check those out because we came up with some really tasty ideas. So this week was kind of rough. It was very hot out. We've been consecutive 99 to 105 degree days for the last week. It was also my time of the month, which for me, for you guys who have been following along for a long time, know that almost always sucks for me, big time. And so that was a big challenge this week, and it was a tough one. I didn't feel great all week. I didn't feel like doing much. I only got one day of exercise, which was actually last Sunday when I last talked to you all. I just was overwhelmingly tired, and I think the combination of time of month and the flippin' heat insanity just was wearing me out. I hate this time of year here. I don't mind Oklahoma for the most part, but our summers are pretty rough. I don't know that I can do southern summers forever, but that's a whole other story. One of the things I kept telling myself throughout the week was that it's okay to take a break sometimes. It doesn't always have to be like this big dramatic thing like, oh, I fell off track, huh? And I've done that in the past where I got really down on myself for just not feeling like working out or not feeling like tracking calories. There's just going to be times like that in life, I think. And so I really was very kind to myself this week about, you know what, I don't feel like it, and that's okay. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. When I get back into the swing of things, I know that I can get right back into my regular routine. So that's what I did. Started off great today. I am kind of on a roll. I did go work out again at the track, my typical workout, same workout as last week actually, where I ran 3 laps, walked 4. So I felt really good, and it wasn't too hot at the time, but even, I'm telling you guys, at 8 o'clock in the morning, it was already like 90 degrees. It was disgusting. I also had a couple of days this week where I definitely overate, and it wasn't binging, so I'm happy about that. I didn't binge eat, but I did overeat, and I ate some things that I don't typically, and I'm just full on blaming that on my time of the month. That's gotta be it, because I don't normally go for things like Cocoa Pebbles, right? Kind of weird. So yeah, I'm actually feeling much better this week. Today, I feel really good. I am excited to follow my meal plan throughout the week and track calories like I typically do. I have a couple of busy weeks coming up at work. I'm also excited about that, to be completely honest with you. The key thing for me is just going to be staying consistent, doing the things that I know I need to do. I say these things all the time, but there's a reason for that. It's because I know that ultimately that's what works. Speaking of weight loss, let's get to this week's weigh-in. As I mentioned last week, I was basically expecting a gain, and I was right. I did have a gain this week. However, the good news is it wasn't nearly as bad as I was expecting. I think in my mind, I was like, I'm going to be like 254, 255. It's just going to be out of control, and I'm going to have to deal with that. So that being said, last week I was 247.8. It was a pretty big loss, not typical. This week I weighed in at 251.6. So that is a gain of 3.8 pounds. I feel fairly confident, just based on what I know about myself, that most of this is water weight, and that this week I'll be right back down to where I was last week. I'm not sweating this at all, because that's, as a person who gets a period, that's just something that I have to deal with. It's really good to know how different foods affect you, how time of the month affects you, how things like the weather affect you. There's just so many factors that go into that number on the scale, and I think that's just something we should all keep in mind when we're trying to lose weight, is that it's not always going to be a straight down path. There's going to be these little, I like to call them blips, right? Where your weight is just going to fluctuate, and that's totally normal. Something that can change based on a whole lot of external factors. So don't ever really beat yourself up about the number on the scale. I've gotten so much better about that. I'm going to say in the last 6 months, I just have to take it for what it is. It's a data point. And understanding data and how data changes over time is really helpful. So I encourage tracking. If you're not using an app, use something basic like a spreadsheet. It's definitely helpful. And again, just keep in mind that number is going to go up and down, completely normal, happens to everybody. I don't think anybody just, had a straight down arrow. That's all I have for you this week. If you're new to my channel, I would definitely appreciate it if you hit that little subscribe button down in the corner. It does mean a lot to me. It helps my channel a lot, and it helps me help more people. I've got some other fun content coming in. Now, if you didn't see it on my community tab, I have not done one of my weight loss community shout out videos in a long time, and I really want to do one. I've met quite a few newer YouTubers in the last couple of months. So if you want to get in on that, if I have never shouted you out before in a video, drop me a comment and let me know. Just tell me. I would be happy to share your journey. If you already did comment, I've got you. We're good. And I'm excited to do that. Of course, if you ever have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. And I appreciate you for supporting me on this journey. And I'm looking forward to a much more positive weigh-in video next week. Or maybe it should be negative. I don't know. You tell me. Leave me a comment. Until next time, I'll see you real soon.